are the people that's doing the two-a-days, baby. These are the people that's sweeping the shed. These are the people who are tuned into the locker room. These are the crazies who's in the middle of the huddle getting everybody else hyped. These are the people who show up to the fight already been in a fight. These are the people who show up to the race and they already tired because they've been running for so long, so hard. So thank you so much, man, for allowing me to speak to these winners. Thank you, Clay Murders, and your entire staff for everything that you guys do and for us and keeping us informed on different lead sources, just how to build this business. And like, guys, President's Club, in my opinion, is an extension of you. It's a staff person that you get to hire. First of all, a staff person. Most of the time when we hire a person, we hire one person. But when you hire President's Club, you get a squad, baby. You got a squad of people who are at your disposal to help you sell, recruit, and build, which is the one thing that we do. How else can they help you? They train your staff. If you hire admins, they will train your admin for you on how to work pending and things of that nature. There is so much value to President's Club. Then them jokers done figured out a way to pay us for being a member of President's Club. So if you write over 20,000 issue paid a month, basically your membership is for free. Not to mention let me back the truck up.
Come on,
if you issue pay $20,000 a month, and matter of fact, you are President's Club. So we are the elite of the elite, baby. We're like the Navy SEALs of the armed forces. So writing $20,000 a month is sort of like us just waking up and going to the bathroom. It just happens automatically, baby. So writing 20,000 issue paid per month gets your membership for free. All right. And WebPress videos. Oh my gosh. If you like writing IULs and you want to write more annuities and you just want to be able to explain stuff to people in clear layman's terms, pop them a WebPress video about 4 minutes. You even get to see when they open the email, if they watch the video. And the next time you talk to them, you are writing an application. So is there value in President's Club? Oh, yeah, baby. Step into a Slim Jim. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started, man. So when Clay called me and asked me to talk about that depth, I was like, oh, boy. Because a lot of times, if you don't know something, I'm going to tell y'all, this is a writer-downer. If you are ever asked to train on a topic, it's either for one or two reasons. One, you're really, really good at it, or two, you need to get really, really good at it. So I'm probably like the really, really need to get gooder at it. Okay. So I'm really excited though, with all jokes aside, I am really, really excited. When that wasn't even a joke, that was for real though. But I'm really, really excited to share with President's Club, and I never take it for granted the opportunity to share with this team. So I hope, like nobody's business, that you get value out of the call. And let me go ahead and tell you right now, if you do not get value out of this call, it is not President's Club's fault. It's on me. That's the number one thing about driving depth that I want to get across is it's on us. Andy Albright said this: a leader puts in their own width and drives their own depth. That's how you know you got somebody. When somebody can put in their own width and drive their own depth. What I mean by that? Somebody who is a leader that says, you know what? I don't care what my upline do. I don't care what his upline do. All I care about is what I do. And what I do is the one thing that we do. We sell, we recruit, and we build. It is my responsibility to put in width. It is my responsibility to drive depth. Does that make sense? A true leader puts in their own width and drives their own depth. Now, let's take a minute to pause for a second. If you and I are not good at something, just going through the numbers will work. But what if we sharpened our skill set and go through the numbers at the same time? Now we're shortening our learning curves and having massive results in a shorter amount of time. So getting on these calls is sharpening your skills. Getting around, associating with other people who are performing at a high level, that is sharpening your skills. Comparing yourself with the great ones is sharpening your skills. Because what most of us do is, to maintain our comfort zone, we compare ourselves with people that's at our level or beneath our level. And one of the things that when I first came to the Alliance, I saw Paul Roberts, I saw Adam Katz, I saw Andy Riddle, and I was looking at them jokers. I was like, I'm gonna be like them day one. There's a book that Andy Albright had us read some time ago. Now, this is a President's Club call, so this ain't for the faint at heart, okay? I'm gonna put it out there. This book right here, Extreme Ownership. And it talks about how U.S. Navy SEALs lead to win. Okay. And basically, this book is talking about you taking extreme ownership, not only in your business, but in every area of your life. And I used to hear this saying all the time: if it's to be, it's up to me. See, a lot of times we're looking for our upline to do for us what God has already given us the abilities to do for ourselves. So if we already have the ability to do it ourselves, why don't we do it? Because it's easier to blame somebody else than to look the man in the mirror and say, it's on me. So definitely check that book out, Extreme Ownership, okay? So let's talk about building depth. And when you think about building your business, right? Let's see if I can do this. Boom, yow. Ah, shucky ducky now. Let me move this out the way. Okay. Y'all see that tree? Y'all see that tree? Thumbs
Yes,
up.
sir.
Okay, cool. So when you're thinking about your business, first of all, you have to know the power of what we have our hands on. We have the best products in the entire world. We have the best carriers. We have the best leads in the world. We have direct mail leads. We got social media leads. We got instant internet leads. We got leads from all different sources, all different price points. We got the leads, baby. We got so many leads that we can't get back to everybody. So if you don't feel that way, chances are you won't have the urgency to recruit more people because you feel like you got it under control. In my office, it is a freaking whirlwind. I can't keep up. People are joining my business left and right. We got so many leads. I got to buy toner every single week to print out all the leads. I'm running through toner like that a banshee around here. So if you don't know that you got the best products, you got the best carriers, but guess what else? We have the best leadership. We have the best culture. We have the deal. We have the best compensation plan. We got the glow, baby. And the glow is all about depth. What do I mean by glow? Now, Clay, I know this was only for President's Club, but I shot it out to a couple of people. Don't tell nobody though. But listen, if you're brand new and you don't understand glow, generational loyalty overrides, you must understand that, because once you understand the power of the glow, there is no other company out there that have better contracts, better systems, and better infrastructure to take this thing to $1 billion company. I feel like we have the power of owning a McDonald's franchise without spending $1.3 million to own it. Check this out. The average McDonald's net profits $100,000 a year. McDonald's make more money off of real estate than they actually make off of selling hamburgers. They make their money leasing the land and the building to the franchise owners. But check this out now. So a lot of people think McDonald's is all about the hamburgers and the french fries. They're about the real estate. What does that mean to our business? A lot of people get so caught up in the return of premium, the universal life, the single premium, whole life, and all the persistency and all that, and forget that our real money is in building people. You see, you don't build the business, you build people, and people build the business. So the average person spend $1.2 million to buy a McDonald's franchise, right? The average McDonald's franchise nets about $100,000 a year in profits. So it takes about 12 years to get back your initial investment. With our system, thank God we don't have to have $1.2 million. Thank God we don't have to invest in all of the infrastructure of running a McDonald's franchise. But with a $200 insurance license, if you are not making $100,000 within your first 8 months in our compensation plan and our system, something is not right. So the 8 steps to success goes over all of the requirements that you and I must teach to our people to get them to 6 figures. But building depth is a big part of that. So the strength of a tree lies within the root structure of a tree. What do I mean by that? The roots. The deeper the roots, the stronger the winds, the stronger the storms that tree can withstand. A tree with very shallow roots, when a strong storm comes, it'll blow it over and snap it in two. But if a tree has a good strong root structure, hurricanes cannot take it down. And I don't know about y'all, but there are going to be some hurricanes that come in our lives while we are building this business that is designed to take us out. But if you've built your business and you have a good root structure, it ain't no hurricane. You may bend, but let me tell you, you won't break. Let me tell you, you may bend, but you won't break if you have a good root structure. So the purpose of roots are threefold to a tree. Number one, it anchors the tree. And an anchor is just, we are used to hearing anchors about on boats, right? Like big old cruise ships. When me and Tia used to travel before the allowance, we'll go on a cruise. We'll sleep on like, down there right above where the employees sleep at. And one time I heard this noise in the middle of the night. I thought somebody was breaking in the side of the hull of the ship. And come to find out, it was just the anchor being released. So the purpose of an anchor is to make sure that the boat is connected to the body of water to prevent the boat from drifting away. So building depth and helping other people come into your business and get started will keep you and I from drifting away. I've heard people say this right here. Andy said that people will walk away from a commission, but it's hard to walk away from an override. And now we got Glow, baby. It's going to get increasingly hard to walk away from Glow. So having a good business where you have good depth is going to make sure that your boat, your business will not drift away in a bad storm. Number two, roots absorb water and minerals to feed the rest of the tree. So plugging into these conference calls, our activity call, our TWC, our product call, President's Club. Some people be like, well, Terry, that show is a lot of calls. Well, do you want a big business or do you want a little bit of teeny business? Because if communication is less frequent, that means you got a little bit of business. But if you got to stay connected and plugged in and turned on, you will have a big business. So when there is a drought, because trust and believe, you're going to have some very high highs in this business and we're going to have some very low lows. But when you go through a drought, if you have depth, even though you may personally go through a sales drought, you may get sick, hurt your back, can't work. If you have a team, those overrides are going to keep sustaining you until you come out of that drought. And last but not least, the root structure stores food in reserves. Again, because when you go through your drought seasons, and we all have them, we sometimes have to rely on our food in storage. It's just like our body. It stores up carbs just in case we, I don't know all the technical terms, but I just started trying to work out and learn my body and stuff. But like if you eat so many carbs, it stores some because it don't know the next time you might eat, right? Something like that. Anyway, sometimes you got to have some people in reserves because sometimes the leaders that we think that we can count on will change on you. And if you got a stable full, one monkey will not stop the show. And I'm not saying monkey in a degrading term. I'm just saying one person cannot stop the show. All right. So that's what we want to talk about is this right here. Building depth is about hiring people and helping them get going. And the idea is coming out of the Millionaire Maker Manual, page 106, and he talks in depth about building depth. And the idea is that we want to have a healthy base, and the deeper we go and the wider we go, the more fruit that our tree is going to produce. And that fruit that we're trying to produce is cash flow, baby. You want that CFG, that cash flow glow. You want that pom-pom, baby. Plenty of money, peace of mind. That's what we want. We want to have a joyous life. We want to have a fulfilling life, because how many people know once you take care of yourself and you start helping other people pay their bills, the sense of fulfillment that you get, not because you made somebody, but you just had a small contribution in helping them take care of their situation, that is a life of fulfillment, a life that we actually get to design. So let's talk about driving depth, okay? Let me see if I can do this right quick here. So I always like to start with the why. Why do we want to build depth? We want to build depth for safety and security. That's what depth does for us. It helps us build a sustainable passive income. Okay. If you read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, it's on our recommended reading list. He talks about the power of passive income. See, when we come into this business and we become an agent and we go out and we help families, that is active income. We have to make the phone calls. We have to run the appointments. We have to write the business. That's active income. The way that you get financially free, what is financial freedom? Financial freedom is when you have passive income coming into your life that exceeds your passive residual bills. How many of y'all got bills that's going to hit the mailbox, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow? Because the U.S. Postal Service, they might be slow, but they still got to go, baby. So creating enough passive income to cover your passive bills, then you are financially free. And passive income in our world we got a couple of forms. One is renewals, 2, overrides, 3, glow bonus, and 4, partnership, baby. That the partnership is the ultimate freedom. So let's talk about how we're going to do this thing. Passive income is better than money in the bank. Shout it, what you think. We got this 40-40 club going on. And 40-40 is basically a way that Andy has come up with another strategy to help us stay focused on the main thing and build our business. So Chris Hill did a phenomenal job last week talking about how to put in width. So we're not going to talk a lot about that. But what we are going to talk about is driving depth. So the only reason that you put in width is to get depth. The only reason you put in width is to get depth. Because what is width without depth? Nothing. And what is depth without width? Is nothing, baby. So what we do is right here. We go out and we hire people direct to us. And we want to hire people in spurts. Get you 4 or 5 or 6 good ones. Well, you get your 4 or 5 or 6. And then what we do is we slow down to speed up. We got to evaluate people. There's a difference between evaluating people and judging people. A lot of times when we judge people, we're looking at what's wrong with them. But when you evaluating people, you're looking at people as who they are and what they possibly can be. It's almost about like you're scouting people, trying to figure out what you're working with. What are we looking for? What are we looking for when we recruit people? Now, we have a program that is non-discriminatory based on age, color, sex, or religion. All right. But when we find an Alliance Aiden or an Alliance Alice, we got to slow down to speed up. And I had an Alliance. I don't know where it is now. Can't figure it out. But anyhow, Alliance Aiden, Alliance Alice, we'll get those out to you if you haven't seen it. We're looking for people who've had success before. We're looking for people who've been educated somewhere, preferably around 27 years old. Now, what if you say, I ain't 27 years old because I want 27 when I got started? But can you be young at heart for a little while? Can you know that there's money to be made in insurance? So what we do when we're driving depth, we put in width, and then we identify the best ones that we think is going to give us a shot to get to someone else. Okay. Now, a lot of times what I found myself doing was trying to hatch these people. Just hire a few and just be like, yeah, that's going to be the one right there. I done hired them direct to me. And then I kept hearing Andy say out of 27 years, he's only hired one person direct to them that did the darn thing. And that was Stephen Davis. So I was just like, hey, well, maybe my luck gonna be a little different. Maybe everyone I hire gonna be Stephen Davis. So you can't hatch these people. The best thing that you can do for these people is, one, give them an opportunity that you are excited about, that you see value in. I think Jason and Tony Carey did a phenomenal job this morning on the activity call. So go back and listen to that, man. And so you can start talking to people about visions and where you're going. Because guess what? You are not selling the alliance when you're recruiting and you're building. Guess who you're selling? You're selling yourself. Why? Because you can get leads anywhere. You can get insurance products anywhere, but what you ain't gonna get anywhere is Terry Edwards. That is not being arrogant. That is not being conceited. It's just telling the truth like it TI is, because I am the guy. I'm following the guy, but I am the guy. People follow strength and they follow confidence. What if you're just getting started? We have too many examples of people succeeding for you to think that you can't do it. So what I like to tell you is, until you get the results and the faith that I have, you are authorized and deputized to borrow my faith, borrow my story because I'm on your team, borrow Megan Wood's story, borrow Stephanie Rodriguez's story, borrow Mia Fennell's, borrow somebody's story until you can tell the story of your own. So what we do is Now, we want to help these people find people, because the saying is this right here: you don't have an agent until they have an agent. Come on, somebody. So what we do is we evaluate them. We pick out the ones that we think that we can work with, that's fun, that we want to be around, that we can see ourselves traveling the world with, that we can make some money together and do life together. And then we want to get them 4 to 6 wide. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And guess what? We're going to do the same thing. And this is where you come in. It is your job and my job as a leader to drive this depth. So we come here and we find out what this person wants. How bad do they want it? Why are they doing this business? Why would they put themselves through the persecution, of the late nights and the all these conference calls and the no-shows? Why are they subjecting themselves to this lifestyle that we get to live? The lifestyle is great, but just know that the sacrifice is great too. Why are they willing to subject themselves to that? What are they getting? What are they wanting? And then you talk to them, and then you help them get somebody, and you drop down here. Now, when we're talking to their person, we are very intentional about edification. Edify the upline. Because if you and I drop down here and work with this person, and we talk trash about this person right here, what is this person thinking? Is this person saying, do I really want to be involved with somebody that's talking about this person like that? Because guess what? When they drop down here and talk to my person, what are they going to say about me? So be very intentional to make sure we are always having a culture of edification. My grandma used to tell me this: Terry, if you can't find nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. It's easy to find something nice to say about everybody. That's what's going to make our culture so much better. Oh, Robbie Kraft, get back, get back. What's going to make our culture different is the way that we edify people. And guess what? There are people in America right now that are hurting. They are hurting financially. They are tired of being stuck up in the house. They done got downsized, right size. They don't know if their children going to school this week. They're not going to school the following week. There's a lot of indecision and indecisiveness in this country. Am I too big? Am I too skinny? Is my skin too light? Is my skin too brown? People are in states of despair right now. And one of the ways that we can be different is how we talk to people and how we speak into their future. Most people are talking to themselves in their current state, and we need to be talking to them about how we see them high and lifted up and overcoming. And thank you for what you've been doing. Man, we got a spot for you at the table. You are good enough day one. You come and join this team. We are family. We are family. Hey. All right, let me stop. So as we go down here, that's how we're going to do it. Now, as we are building depth, what is happening to these people? We're still loving on those people. We're still being nice to them. We're still answering their phone calls, returning their text messages and things of that nature, right? But as you are building depth and going down here, you're going to eventually hit a gold mine, because this is what we know. It's going to take us about 4 people deep to find one that's going to do the darn thing. We recruit 6 in width. You might find 1 or 2 that's going to do the darn thing. But what happens is, as we are being nice to these people, these are what I like to call incubators. They may not be ready right now, but they are here. They're sort of like premature. You know, a baby might come a little bit early, and they don't put the baby back in the mama. But what they do is they put that baby under a light. They put the baby under a light to help its temperature stay up. And then they start working with the baby, teaching the baby how to suck. Because guess what? Sometimes all of their muscles haven't performed yet. So they're feeding them to a tube and then they teach them how to start eating, right? And then before long, they come out the NIC ICU, their body weight is up and they're ready to come to the house. That's what these people are. Sometimes they're just immature babies. And you let them stick around in the culture and they start looking around and they see their buddy that got started at the same time they start writing 15 or 20 grand a month. Then they see this person win a trip to Thailand. And then they come to a convention. They see Megan Wood kicking butt and taking names. Then they drop down over here. They meet this crazy boy from Kernersville, North Carolina named Terry. Can't halfway talk, but he is killing this thing. And they start looking around and their self-image starts improving because they're reading the books and they're seeing other people win. And then one day they have an aha moment. Like Oprah, you say everybody have aha moments. I had an hell no moment. Hell no, if they can do it, I know I can do it too. So what happens is you start building a fire from the basement. And then what we do is we never forget about these people. You send them text messages. Congratulations on the growth of your team. This was crazy. Last week, we got the promotion report that came out, right? And what I started doing was people that was a part of our business that haven't been as active as they were in the past, like they hitting key leader because of the way our promotion grid is, based on cumulative hierarchy volume. I just started shooting text messages. Congratulations on the growth of your team. You are now qualified team builder. Congratulations on the growth of your team. You are qualified team leader. You just got 10,000 bonus points towards a Alaskan cruise. Congratulations. You just got qualified key leader. And they saying in the back of their mind, well, I ain't did nothing in months. How is that even possible? They forgot the power of the team. The seeds that you planted 6 months ago, a year ago, will reap a harvest, right? So what it does is it gets people re-engaged, because this is what I know, guys. The alliance that we were a year ago is no longer the same. We have changed our identity over the last 12 months. Now, with change comes change. Most of the time we fight change. But what we have to realize is this right here. Trust the leadership. Sometimes they see things that we don't see. There are other things that's going on that we don't know about, and there's a greater purpose behind the change. And I can tell you, over the last 12 months, there has been a lot of change, but I can say they have been changes for the good, and changes so that we can go out and build a massive organization. And this is the thing, it's on me. It's on me to recruit. I cannot expect my team to recruit if I don't recruit. I can't expect my team to sell if I don't sell. A lot of times we're trying to hire the guy when we need to be the guy or the girl. Be the guy. Our job as leaders is to give people an opportunity and give people an example worth following. That's what our job is. When we drop down and we help our agents build, I tell agents this right here. As you're getting up to sell, I find out how much money they want to make. And let's say they say, Terry, I want to make $10,000 a month. I was like, we got you. These are how many leads you're going to need to buy. These are how many appointments you're going to need to run, blah, 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 blah. But what I'm going to do for you, my job is to help you build your passive income. So while you are out there actively selling, me and Tia is going to work so that you can get $10,000 a month in override income. So now you're going to be making $20,000 a month, $10,000 on your own pen, and $10,000 in passive income. The biggest way that we can help our downline, yes, we got to get them up selling, but get their list, get that MC backup, and tell them how you can help them by building their passive income, and explain the importance of passive income. We have to sell passive income. Passive income is better than money in the bank. Shorty, what you think? Why do I say that? Because once money in the bank is gone, it's gone. But if you hire an agent like a Mia Fennell, who group does about 40,000, almost she's getting ready to hit agency manager, and you got, a 10 or 15% spread on that volume, you're making 5-6 grand a month in passive income. To be clear, passive income is not free money. You have to work for that. You have to be nice to people. You have to coach them, not just on sales. Sometimes you have to coach people on life. You have to be a friend. That's what we're doing when we're building our business. We're building a community. Another book that you got to read, guys. This book has a bunch of gold nuggets in it. The House Book. The community. Building your business and building depth is all about building community. And our community is nothing more than a social structure where people can come and fellowship. Yes, we're going to make money. That's a given. But fellowshipping is when you're breaking bread together, when you're doing life together. We got some shared unity, shared expectations. We expect everybody to win. If I can do this business, you can do this business. I just saw Fitz, and his mama was about to name him Josephine. Georgia May. If a dude named Fitz, who mama was about to name him Georgia May, can do this business, you can do this business too. If you come to this country 9 years ago, like my girl Nina Wilson, you just come to this country with a dream and work ethic. If Nina Wilson can do it, guess what? You can do it too. We have a shared expectation that everybody is going to win. Les Brown said it this way: having high expectations is not the problem. The problem is having low expectations of people and they hit them. I expect nothing but greatness out of everybody that wear the Alliance uniform. And last but not least, singularity identity. Who are we? And what do we stand for? We're in a war against poverty. If we're on the same team, we got to talk alike. We're on a war against poverty. We believe in prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. We believe in have fun, make money, make a difference. What about them other companies? I don't know. I'm not there. Those people have no effect on me. I'm with you guys. I go to war every day for you guys. If I'm a failure, Olga Mathis is a failure. If I act like a ding-dong head, I make Tim Long look like a ding-dong head. We are a team. We are united. It matters not how divided America is. What matters is how unified we are as a team. I speak highly of Dennis Lyons. I love Jan Miller. I do not kick Jan Miller when she's down. What I do is I recognize an injured soul and I reach down to see how can I help, because the same way you up, the same way you could be down. And it's because we are stronger together. It's how we lift as we climb. I am so excited for Heather and Fitzgerald. I am so excited for Paul Roberts because they are about to make history. Fitz was the first one to hit board member. And then came Paul, then came Diane. Guess what? They're leading the way for partner. And because they are leading the way, Andy Albright started it. Now Fitz and Paul, and we got a couple of more in the pipeline. But guess what? I don't care if today is day one. Over the next 24 months, it is possible, Eli, for you to go partner with integrity in the next 24 months. If and only if You're willing to put forth the effort, put forth the work, and put forth the sacrifice. So listen, guys, building depth is not an option. It is not an elective. It is core curriculum. Put in with to get depth. And then when you get so far you can't go no more, you put in some more width and you start digging again. We are one person away from our business changing forever. So Clay Murders, I'm gonna stop right here, bro. I hope I did you justice. Guys, if I said something that was stupid, blame it on me. It's on me. It ain't on Clay. It's not on the staff. And whatever you want to do, Clay, questions or answers or whatever, man, I am at your service, man. I appreciate the opportunity and I hope I did you well.
Terry, you brought the heat, man. And I'm almost afraid to say anything else because I don't want to mess up all the gas you just poured on the fire, man. That was unbelievable. Dude, I'm grateful for you. I'm really grateful for Tia for sharing you with us here at the Alliance because I know she wants your time, but she lets the dog run, baby. So, dude, I appreciate you, man. I got nothing to add. This call was unbelievable, guys. It was recorded. I remembered this time, and we're going to share it with everybody, Terry. We can't just hold this for just President's Club. We got to share your message with some other people because you absolutely brought the heat, bro. We appreciate you.
One last thing I will say is this right here. Our message of freedom and fighting for the dream has to be louder and stronger than the noise because there's a lot of noise out there. But if our message is unified on what we're fighting for, who we're fighting for, and we're fighting for each other, that will silence the noise. It doesn't even exist, but we got to be willing to fight for each other and serve like nobody else. That's what leadership is serving. It's serving the people that God has blessed you to come in connection with. And sometimes it's not about the money that you make, but it's about the lives that we get to impact. And we get to impact them by getting them close up. We ain't trying to impress nobody. You press them from a distance, but you impact them by growing them, baby, getting them closer. I love you, man. I got to go.
Love you too, Terry. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for being on. Holler at President's Club if we can do anything to help your business grow. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate y'all fighting the fight. Let's go get after it. See y'all.